Charlie and Joe, so nice to chat with you. And yes, Joe has been on my home office wall for years now. I've spoken to her for all of the after film. So Joe, so nice to chat with you again. It's been a year. And Charlie, nice to meet you.
Meet you.
It's always good to talk.
Yeah, always good to chat. Congratulations on this film. I saw it twice, absolutely loved it. So emotional. I thought you guys had a great brother and sister chemistry as Katie and Nate. And I'm curious how you guys got to know each other prior to filming in North Carolina. What did you guys do to kind of get to know each other and build that relationship? Charlie, I'll begin with you.
Before we went to North Carolina, we were actually shot in LA for a few weeks, and we were shooting in the family house. So, I mean, I think we'd met up as a cast.
We met up before, and then we had rehearsals in Pasadena, and then we were shooting in LA, and then we were shooting in North Carolina. But we had a little rehearsal period, which was lovely.
There was something about being in that, because we were shooting in the family house. There was something for me anyway that just actually, it meant that you immediately felt like a family, because you were moving from bedroom to bedroom to kitchen to living room. So it was just, that was a nice element to have. It helped, the environment helped.
Yeah, Joe, in your opinion, how did you guys kind of like get to know each other? Did you do any type of like icebreaker games with the entire family? I mean, the cast is amazing.
I don't think we did. I mean, I think we were just lucky we had a great cast, but also like, Charlie's such a great actor, and he's so good in this movie that it's not very difficult to have to play his mum or dad or sister or anything. So I think he made it very easy.
Yeah,
we did watch Eurovision. Thank you, by the way, Joe.
Oh,
yeah, Eurovision together.
Yep.
That's kind of fun. That sounds like a fun get to know you movie. I love that. Well, Charlie, your performance is exceptional in this. Like I said, I've seen it twice now. And how did you prepare to play a quadriplegic? What type of prep work did you do specifically for those scenes?
I mean, there was a lot. I worked with this physical therapist called Nancy, who I suppose in a way taught me everything in terms of learning about the spine and the physicality of it, and what you'd be able to move, and nerve pain and spasms and all these things that I didn't know and was not privy to. And then there was there were a couple guys. There was Craig in LA and Ned in Boston, both quadriplegics with very similar injuries to Nate. So I spent time with them, and they told me about their life, and you just try and immerse yourself in it as much as possible, and just try and be as truthful as possible. I spent 2 weeks in the chair before shooting, went to Target, bought some t-shirts in it, ordered Postmates to the house, answered it in my wheelchair, things that I just thought would provide an interesting, I want to see how that person will behave, when they answer the door, and small things.
Yeah, just trying and doing normal life things. I absolutely love that. What an interesting way to prep. I love that you got the chance to work with a real capuchin monkey. That has to be kind of unpredictable on set, though, working with real animals. So were there any kind of happy accidents that happened with the monkey on set? And first of all, what was the monkey's name that you worked with?
The main monkey's name was Ali. And I remember one time, this was the day we were shooting at the diner, there was a happy accident that she did what she was meant to do, I think, on the first take. And usually it takes a little bit of time. This was when I think there was a van, and the monkey was in the van, and they were like, she's not going to get out, she's not going to go in the cage. And she did it on the first take. And I just felt so proud.
Yeah, I know you do feel proud. Like you really do feel proud. I don't know. I felt like I was her acting coach for the whole thing, even though she was a far better actor than me. But there was one day where she had to sit on the bed, just sit on the corner of the bed, and she laid out like paint me one of your with the little hand, like she had a hand up, and she was just lying on the bed like that, and the director was just like, film it.
That probably did happen a lot. She's doing something kind of cool and they're like, let's get it on tape.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they changed the title of the movie. It was The Evolution of Nate Gibson, and then they changed it to Gigi and Nate. And I think because she realized she was a star and she just wanted higher billing.
Yeah.
I actually did forget. I do remember that because I remember seeing the behind the scenes when you guys were filming, and I do remember that being the original title. So that's really cool that that had to deal with the title change. Joe, in the movie, your character Katie, at one point she gets offered a job where she potentially has to move away from her family, and she's very nervous about it. In your careers, is there a particular role or project where you especially felt nervous to take on or have like a little bit more anxiety to take on? Maybe it was this role, maybe it was something else, but Joe, I'll begin with you. Have you had like a similar moment like that?
Oh yeah, all of them. And like usually I say no because of that. It's hard if something's shooting for a long time in a specific location and it's interfering with something else. But yeah, I think I'm nervous about every job, and so I'm very just scared about what I take on because of that.
Yeah, it's hard being as an actor being judged by everybody. Charlie, what about for you? Is there a particular role for you?
Well, I mean, this was terrifying for me, sheerly. I mean, because of the amount of work involved, and I suppose the physical transformation and trying to do justice to the disabled community and these, this story, and also having to move to LA and North Carolina mid-pandemic was a bit scary. But other than that, every decision in my day-to-day, yes. Yeah. Terrifying, always.
Yeah. Can we talk about the long hair that your character had for a minute? Because it was essentially transformative. That's like kind of what I thought of. Talk to me about that wig. It actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, did you like the wig?
Yeah.
I mean, it was sort of, me and the director were talking about, movies with, with people who've suffered spinal cord injuries, and he referenced Born on the 4th of July, which Tom Cruise is in, and he gets injured and grows his hair out, and it was a way to symbolize the difficult year after the injury, I suppose, and supposed to signify that the character's let himself go slightly. We tried on many wigs. There were a lot more that were way longer than that, which were just, I looked like I was in a band from the late 70s or something. But yeah, I enjoyed the wig.
Yeah. And Joe, can we talk about Katie's work like cowgirl outfit? Tell me you kept at least a piece of that costume.
No, I didn't. I mean, I don't think it was offered, but I remember we wanted her to work a job where she had to like wear a ridiculous outfit. And I think originally it was like a fish and chip shop. And then it was like, there was a lot of different options that we tried. And yeah, we were trying to find the most silly outfit that we could that was still authentic to where they were living, and it would make sense for her to work there.
Yeah.
It was a fun outfit.
It was a fun outfit, and especially when you guys are having that very intense scene outside of the house party, which is also super emotional. Having her be in that outfit was really, really like kind of fun.
Yeah, I think that was the idea that I think Nick had, just to bring some kind of levity to it and realness to it, because it doesn't always happen that like when you have the intense conversations you're dressed appropriately.
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, Joe, obviously I've spoken to you so many times before for playing Tessa in After. As an actress, when you're taking on a role over multiple films and you get to step back into the character and you know that you're gonna be doing this, do you approach that type of character differently than taking on a role with a character that has, a 2-hour mark? How do you take on those types of roles the same, or is it a different approach knowing you'll have a longer time frame with the character?
Yeah, I think usually if you're being offered something and there's multiple films or, like longevity involved, my experience has been it's often based on something and there's source material. So I think that the difference for me would be there's more source material to get into and to read to make sure that you're ready for the commitment and that it's something that you want to be a part of long term. And so I think the difference with just a film where you have a 2-hour runtime is like the only thing you really need to look at is that one script, because after that it's done.
What do you think? I know they're wrapping me. What do you think you've learned about yourself as an actor from playing Tessa that you think you'll bring to other films in your career?
I think I've learned a lot about just the behind the scenes process and stuff, and but also about pacing. Yeah, like if I was to do something again and it was like multiple films, just being aware of what that really means, and like, okay, I want to differentiate something in the second season than I do in the third season, or just yeah, I think that's been helpful.
Yeah. No, well, I love that. Charlie and Joe, thank you so much for your time today. I can't wait for the fans to see Gigi and Nate because it is so cute, so charming, and you guys are absolutely fantastic in it. I can't wait for the fan reaction for this film because it's going to be so great. Thank you so much for your time today. And Joe, so nice to chat with you again. Charlie, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for everything.
See you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Bye.